It's now time for the rubber match here at Walker Stadium as the Portland Pickles and the Cowlitz Black Bears get going in Game 3 of this three-game set. Once again, we welcome you high above Walker Stadium, everyone. Ben Creighton on hand. As I mentioned before, Game 3 of this three-game series. The Pickles took Game 1 back on Tuesday night thanks to a walk-off three-run blast off the bat of Leo Mosby. Last night, the Cowlitz Black Bears were able to punch back, throwing up a shutout, 7-zip over the Pickles. The offense for Portland just had no answers for the Black Bears pitching staff last night. And now the Pickles look for another series win in West Coast League play as Alex Giroux will get the ball tonight out on the hill. 2-0 on the season is Giroux with a 1.58 ERA, which is second right now in the West Coast League. 17 innings pitched with 18 strikeouts, making his fifth start of the season. And we now take a look at the lineup for the Cowlitz Black Bears, coming in at 9-11 on the young season. Brock Bozette getting the start in the leadoff spot. At shortstop hitting first, Brock Mortensen, the center fielder, hitting second. Jacob Stinson hitting third, right now fourth in the West Coast League in batting average at .345. Dawson Martin, the catcher, hitting cleanup. Sean Mulcair, the third baseman, hitting fifth. Johnny Radomski, the left fielder, hitting sixth. Jaden Shepard back in the lineup tonight in the seventh spot. He's playing first base. Case Ogata, the designated hitter, hitting eighth. And then Matty Fung, the second baseman, rounding out the lineup for the Cowlitz Black Bears. As Brock Bozette will lead it off to get things going here in Game 3 on a perfect Thursday night for baseball. Of course, it is the cheesiest night in baseball here at Walker Stadium as Giroux comes home with the first pitch and delivers a first pitch strike, and we're underway. Bozette last night with a pair of walks had a 2 RBI double as part of that big top half of the fourth for Cowlitz. Comebacker up the middle, backhanded snag by Kyle Dernetti, but no throw, and that will be an infield single. Nice stop there by Dernetti, who's getting the start tonight at second base, but Bozette showing off the wheels and was able to beat it out. As I'll bring up Brock Mortensen. In the field tonight for the Pickles, you saw Dernetti a second ago getting the start at second. Ivan Luna again at first. Jacob Jablonski at short. Leo Mosby, who had not just one but two tremendous plays at the hot corner last night, he'll get the start at third. Matt Jew in left, Gabe Ariano in center, Ryan Gardino in right field as this one is belted deep into right. Going back, no chance for Ryan Gardino. On the first pitch, he sees Brock Mortensen tease off on that one, and a two-run blast for Mortensen, and quickly Cowlitz out to a 2-0 lead. A towering blast right there from Mortensen.
Did a little differently today, as Bozette and Stinson both tipping their caps to the UC Santa Barbara outfielder, and yeah, it's his second dinger for the Black Bears this season. They're 12 as a team.
So just like last night, the Cowlitz Black Bears got out to an early 2-0 lead. A little bit of deja vu from last night when they put up 2 in the top of the first. They do it again tonight here in Game 3. First pitch to Jacob Stinson, high for a ball, 1-0. As I mentioned a second ago, right now fourth in the West Coast League, hitting .345. Opposite way, right to Leo Mosby at the hot corner, across the diamond. Ivan Luna able to snag it for the first out. And by the way, Tony Boeto getting the start behind the dish tonight for Portland. First pitch strike from Giroux to Dawson Martin. 206 average this summer. 7 hits. Next pitch, 0-2 as Giroux's quickly ahead. Breaking ball up the middle. I'll be in there for a bloop single. And the Cowlitz offense with a strong start here. And there's Sean Mulcair coming up. Not the start, obviously, that Alex Giroux was hoping for tonight, as 3 of the first 4 Cowlitz Black Bears have gotten on base.
Cowlitz came into this game hitting just 226, and now with 3 of 4
Again, Giroux, and especially when you look at his stats early on. I mentioned it a second ago, and has a good block there from Boeto. It's going to keep Martin over at first at a 1.58 ERA coming into this Game 3 tonight.
They've scored 9 runs already in their last 10 innings against the Pickles. Martin about 10 feet off the bat, not the biggest threat to steal a base on this Black Bears team.
Giroux looks back,
Count coming on into Mulcair.
and a check over at first.
Not in time. Martin dives back in there. On the season, the Black Bears are 39 for 47 in stolen base attempts. It's good enough for 82.9%. Toss him again, leading to
1-0.
second, fakes the break,
And that one above the letters. Or I guess in this case, with the Cowlitz Black Bears, the jerseys they are wearing tonight here in Game 3, I guess above the letter.
Black Bears made 226 with a 319 on base and a 321 slugging. Scored just above 4.5 runs per game and walked 3.7 times the ball game and strike out 8.6. But that strikeout number has been crashing back down to earth as
2-0 from Giroux.
their chases. This is
Over
a
to
high
first,
shot
but foul.
right there. That's a real foul on the right side. So Mulcair got right on top of it, but could not keep it in. 2-1 to the University of Portland infielder. He and Henry Mensch, a little bit of a homecoming for them. Mulcair's only home run of the season came in game number 1 against the Ridgefield Raptors. He pulled it to right field, similar to Mensch's
2-1 as Mulcair goes opposite way. Drifting over is Matt Jew, who makes the squeeze for out number 2.
So 2 down, and let's meet the Pickles defense.
And here's Johnny Radomski coming up to the dish. Radomski last night with a walk, also had a double. Again, going back to that big top half of the 4th for Cowlitz when they put up 4 in that inning. Also with a run scored, a strikeout, and a ground out.
Plate is Tony Boeto, and on the mound is Alex Giroux. Back from the stretch against Johnny Radomski.
Another throw over from Giroux.
Radomski's seen his average boost up a little bit. Had a big hit in yesterday's affair.
Pickles trying to win their 3rd straight West Coast League series. Took down the Ridgefield Raptors back here at Walker Stadium about 2 weeks ago. And then last week, I mean, to say the Bats are on fire would probably be an understatement. They scored 17 runs, not just once, but twice in their series up in Wenatchee. Breaking ball just misses low.
2 balls and no strikes. And we have the same umpiring crew that we've had for the first pair of games. Jordan Smart, though, today is behind the plate, just like he was in game number 1. And in the field is Eric Swift. And right now he's playing in front of the second baseman, Kyle Dernetti. Luna trying to keep Martin close over there. 2 down. Black Bears already lead at 2-0 as the 2-0 pitch is cut.
Swing and a miss.
Radomski, change up down and inside, gets him to swing on
2-1.
And we'll have a 2-1 count coming up. Portland with the home white jerseys with Pickles running across the front and a modified cursive in navy blue underlined as well. Numbers on the back, navy blue outlined in white with white pants. Navy blue
2-1 to Radomski.
belts. Same color.
Upstairs, 3-1.
Some of them have white socks with the navy blue stirrups, and once again, those same colored caps with the Portland Pickles logo. Right smack dab in the middle. Next pitch to Martin missed upstairs, so now a 3-1 count, or my mistake, to Radomski. Martin over on first base. Here's a 3-1.
And a 5-pitch walk.
Ball four. Another walk for him. That's something he does do for this team. He now has 6 on the season and just 47 plate appearances. So 2 aboard for Jaden Shepard, the first baseman, who as of late starting to get the bat going a little bit more.
We'll now bring up Jaden Shepard.
He has 3 doubles.
As I mentioned before, didn't play last night in Game 2's win for Cowlitz. That's 7-0 victory, but played back on Tuesday night in Game 1.
10 pounds from Old Lone College.
Did have an RBI single in that Game 1.
Stands tall in the box as he rocks the bat back and forth between his shoulder and the front of his jersey. He has a chance to knock in some more runs for the Black Bears.
Drew looking to get out of this top half of the first. Breaking ball. Finds the zone 0-1. Again, the Black Bears for the second straight night get out to a quick 2-0 lead in the top of the first thanks to a 2-run home run thanks to Brock Mortensen going over the right field wall. And looking to add on to that total early on, Shepard way off on that one, 0-2. And the Black Bears continue to threaten with 2 men on. Looking to add on to this quick start. 0-2. As he goes down hacking. But the Black Bears once again, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, a quick 2-0 lead for Cowlitz with the Pickles coming up for the first time tonight.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
So for the second straight night, the Portland Pickles facing an early 2-0 deficit heading into the bottom of the first. As you see, Isaac Martinez getting the start tonight on the hill for the Black Bears. Outstanding so far this season. A 0.77 ERA, 11 strikeouts, and 11 2/3 innings pitched. Not surprising, we've been mentioning it throughout this entire series. This is the best pitching staff right now in the West Coast League, and they just continue to produce. So Martinez getting the start tonight, his third start of the season, as the Oregon State Beaver Kyle Dernetti will step into the box to lead things off here for the Pickles. Ryan Gardino will be hitting second. Matt Jew, the left fielder, hitting third. Ivan Luna in the cleanup spot. Leo Mosby, we mentioned it before, had that walk-off 3-run blast back on Tuesday night. He'll be hitting in the 5 spot. Connor Hendricks has been fantastic at the dish this season. The designated hitter hitting 6, Jacob Jablonski hitting 7, Tony Boeto at 8, and Gabe Ariano rounding out the lineup hitting 9th for the Pickles as Dernetti takes a ball 1. As I mentioned before, Kyle Dernetti currently playing his college ball down in Corvallis for Mitch Canham. The 1-0 on the way as Dernetti fouls it off. That's heading towards the parking lot here at Walker Stadium.
Connor Hendricks is the DH in the 6th hole as Martinez
2-1 to Dernetti.
on the right side, 2-1. Jacob Jablonski, the shortstop, hit 7th with Tony Boeto catching and hitting 8th, and Gabriel Arlano out in center field.
3-1.
Martinez missed low here, 3-1.
Currently at Oregon State after a fantastic career down at Tualatin High School. 250 this past season for Oregon State as Dernetti fouls it off. Down at Tualatin for the Timberwolves is the school's all-time leader in not only hits, but RBIs, doubles, triples, walks, and runs scored. AKA, he was an absolute beast down at Tualatin. Payoff pitch to Dernetti, and stays alive.
Once again, off the screen, Martinez not afraid to go deep in counts with guys. He'll go back and forth. A big strike thrower for the Black Bears out there today, as is most of their team. Coming into this game, 62.3% of Black Bears pitches have.
Another 3-2 all over again, and Dernetti draws a leadoff walk.
Dernetti works his way to one walk number 9 on the season for him. As Gardino will come on up to the plate.
And Ryan Gardino will take his first tax of the night.
Now batting for your Pickles is the right fielder from Walker, number 45, Ryan Gardino.
Gardino 271 on the season so far with 13 home runs, or 13 hits, I should say, 9 RBIs. That would be impressive if he had 13 home runs up to this point of the season. First pitch fouled off. Right now tied with Leo Mosby with 13 hits. Matt Jew, by the way, the leader with 15.
Gardino also with a home run and 9 runs batted in. Another right-hander against the left-hander Martinez. Dernetti, nice 10
0-1 shows bunt. Look out.
squares around a bunt and he's just able to spin out of the way. That fastball
1-1.
down and inside on him. But he did not hit him, so leaving it up at 1-1.
And by the way, Isaac Martinez, even though he's making his third start of the season, doesn't have a win, doesn't have a loss, so he's looking to change that tonight here in Game 3. 1-1 to Gardino. Pops straight up.
Over on the right side, Shepard hustling in.
And Shepard will make the snag for the first out.
First down. Up the bottom of the first inning.
Now batting for Portland is your left fielder from the University of Santa Clara.
And now I'll bring up the Santa Clara Bronco, Matt Jew. A fantastic season so far for Matt Jew. 341. I mentioned a second ago with those 15 hits, which leads the Pickles so far. 7 ribbies for Jew as well. One of many talented Santa Clara Broncos on this Pickles team this summer as he takes a first pitch strike. The other Santa Clara Bronco in this lineup tonight, Connor Henricks. And you want to look at the impact that those two guys have had on this Pickles offense so far this summer as the next pitch is on the way off the fist, fouled off, 0-2. Matt Jew, as I mentioned, 341, which is right now third for the Pickles. Connor Henricks will be coming up later in the order. Another Santa Clara Bronco hitting 389, which is second on this Portland squad. And obviously, we've seen the impact that Eamon Lance has also had. Martinez throw over to first to check on Dernetti.
Shovels it in front of him as he couldn't get it in the glove. Still a 0-2 count coming up. And here in Portland today, we got another great day of baseball weather. 75 degrees and sunny, and wind going north at just 6 miles an hour. Martinez throws from the extreme third base side of the rubber, takes another look over at Dernetti.
And before Martinez comes home, Jew calls for time.
Jew, a right-hander with an open stance. Gets ready for the next offering from Martinez. Looks over.
0-2. Jew popped up and foul ground. Backing up is Shepard and able to make the over-the-shoulder grab for the second out. As here comes Ivan Luna. .238 this season for Ivan Luna, coming off a tremendous season down in Fresno State for the Bulldogs, where he hit .310 this past college season. Looking to continue that stretch here in the summer. And obviously, batting average obviously not as high as it was down in the college season, but still a very impactful hitter for this Pickles lineup this summer. Martinez, another move to first. Luna 0 for 4 last night in that 7-zip loss. 2 groundouts, a flyout, and a strikeout.
Every time that these two teams have played the 3-game set, Portland has won 2 games to 1, whether it be at home or on the road. 1-0, and again it's high.
Luna takes ball 1 up high.
Opts not throw over. So a 2-0 count is forthcoming. Dawson Martin, of course, behind the plate today for the Black Bears. One of the
Luna lays off of that one, 3-0.
as Martinez misses again. 3-0 on the season. Martin has caught 3 of 16 base stealers.
By the way, I should mention Ivan Luna apparently tonight, I mentioned it before, it's the cheesiest night in baseball here at Walker Stadium tonight. Ivan Luna is the cheesiest batter. We hear the pickle batter when an opposing player in the lineup as Luna takes ball 4. An opposing player will be named the pickle hitter of the night, where if he strikes out, it is free, not free, $1 pickles at the Wickles party deck for about, I want to say 10 minutes. And it's going to be the same tonight, except with Luna being the cheesy hitter of the night. If he gets a base hit, it's $1 pickles for about 10 minutes. Here's Leo Mosby. Kyle Dernetti and Ivan Luna both on base thanks to walks. First pitch to Mosby. Misses low for a ball.
Black Bears wearing their black jerseys with orange piping. Counts Black Bears C in orange, outlined in white on the top left lapel. Also numbers on the back in orange with the white trimming. Gray pants, orange piping. Green socks and the green hats with the
1-0.
Black Bears C in white. And an orange Black Bear filling in that gap as Martinez has now missed with 6 straight pitches. It's a 2-0 count to the right-hander Leo Mosby. Runner in scoring position for Portland. He's actually have the tying run on base over at first with Ivan Luna standing there. And Martinez is 2-0.
That one lifted opposite way. Going back to the track, to the wall is Stinson. And he makes the snag. Stinson robbing the Pickles' potential first run of the night. Pickles threaten, but still 2-zip as we head to the second here at Walker Stadium.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Both Alex Giroux and Isaac Martinez threw 20 pitches each in their respective halves of the first inning, but obviously it's Cowlitz with an early 2-0 lead as Case Ogata will lead it off. The designated hitter off speed outside for a ball.
That one ripped through the hole into left field for a base hit.
Into left field for a base hit. Yeah, when Ogata hits the baseball, he certainly likes to hit it hard.
And another leadoff man on for the Black Bears. Here's Matty Fung.
So another leadoff base hit for the Black Bears. It's back-to-back innings where they've achieved that as Matty Fung makes his way up to the plate. Fung hitting 125, 6 hits, 48 at-bats, 5 runs scored, pair of doubles, and 2 runs batted in. The left-hander against the right-handed tossing Giroux. First one
Shows bunt.
Stabs at it and misses there.
And went around.
Got it.
Nope, didn't actually.
No, they're going to say that he did pull it back.
Eric Swift, by the way, in the infield tonight. Jordan Smart calling balls and strikes.
Of course, with the Bronx coming up next, having your runner in scoring position certainly could help them. As the third baseman Mosby playing it on the grass now.
Shows bunt again. Pulls it back 2-0.
2 balls and no strikes to the future UC Davis middle infielder. Fung also known to play a little outfield as well. But has only played second. I think he might have played first once for the Black Bears, or rather third for the Black Bears. You can double check that.
2-1.
All 119 innings that he's played for the Black Bears this season at second base. Fung takes a strike now, 2-1. 4 hits already for the Black Bears through their first 8 batters in the order. As the 2-1 coming in, Fung
Slaps it opposite way. Again through the hole into left.
So if Mosby was playing true over at third, he probably would have had that ball, but because he was in.
And with 2 on, with nobody down, we go back to the top of the order for the Black Bears and Brock Bozette.
Their first time through the order, and now we'll flip it back around for Brock Bozette. Brock 1 for 1 today, with a base hit up the middle, and of course a run scored on the 2-run shot by Brock Morrison.
Gone on with that infield single up the middle in his first at bat.
Bozette hitting a sky-high 320 with runners in scoring position. That puts him third on the team behind.
And there is now action in the Pickles bullpen right now.
And hitting 375 is
Already 5 hits for Cowlitz tonight.
on the mound. We're ready to go as Bozette takes it to the box for the second time against Alex Giroux. The first time these two met, Bozette took the second pitch that he saw and planted it right in the middle of center field. Home run and 18 runs batted in for him this season. As the first one to
Bozette shows bunt and called a strike, and Bozette looks back at Jordan Smart saying, wait, what? That was a strike? Gets a little bit of a clarification. Bozette again showing bunt. And again pulls it back.
1 ball and 1 strike. Bozette with 3 bunt singles on the year and 5 sacrifice hits, 4 sac flies. And one of them
Bozette trying to move the runners over here with nobody down here in the top of the second. Pulls back. That one upstairs. 2-1.
Bozette able to pull it back again as the pitch high with the fastball 2-1. So Bozette kind of psyching Giroux out a little bit by squaring around as his control has not quite been the same as it was back in the first inning. 2-1 coming in from the right-hander.
2-1. Lays it down as Boeto over to first in time for the first out, but Bozette does his job and moves the runners over 90 feet.
Yeah, Cowlitz taking advantage here of the thick grass at Walker Stadium. Bozette just had that ball die about.
And here comes Brock Mortensen, who of course went yard over the right field wall, but now we're going to get a discussion between Jordan Smart and Eric Swift. They may be discussing maybe if that was a foul ball or not. Nope. Will be a sack bunt. Mags, of course, wanting some clarification here.
But that ball certainly did stay fair. You can see it pretty clearly from up here.
And again, Mortensen went deep and didn't see it because obviously I was trying to watch the ball go over the fence, but apparently he had an epic bat flip when he launched that 2-run shot. First offering to him. He's thinking about 2.
He was trying for another home run as he fouls it back. 0-1 as Mortensen was watching it fly the last time. As soon as it cleared the fence, I think he chucked his bat about 45 feet down the right field line. That was definitely the biggest bat flip that we've seen from a Black Bear this season. So now the infield in with
2 Black Bears in scoring position. That one inside as Boeto able to stop that one.
keep the base runners
1-1.
on their respective bags. 1-1. Excellent start for the Black Bear offense today.
Obviously not the start that Alex Giroux was hoping for. Again, coming into this one, second in the West Coast League in ERA with 1.58. But right now, the Black Bears threatening once again here in the top of the second. Rips that one right at Jacob Stinson, who's standing in the on-deck circle.
On-deck circle on his side, but Stinson able to duck out of the way. 1-2. And you can tell Brock's up there hacking with a lot of confidence, that's for sure. He's behind in the count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He'll have to be a little bit more careful.
Infielders playing in here as Mortensen doesn't bite on the high stuff.
Wisely laying off 2-2. The Black Bears have hit their 12th home run of the season, certainly picking that up. Usually when they hit 1, they hit 2. So let's see if they can
2-2.
2-2.
Goes down swinging.
As Mortensen chases that 1-1 in the dirt, ends up on 1 knee and back to the dugout. There's 2 away now. And Jacob Stinson trying to make something happen here.
And even though you get the guy out who blasted that home run in his last AB, this is still a dangerous hitter coming up to the plate right now in Jacob Stinson with 2 runners in scoring position. A ground out early on for Stinson, but again, one of the top hitters in the West Coast League right now. In a big spot looking to add on to this lead. Breaking ball finds the zone, 0-1.
And Stinson bounces around from leadoff batter to 2 to 3. We've seen 4 and 5, all the way across the top. You can really put him anywhere. He's been this team's best hitter. He's now the
0-1.
darts down
That one inside.
ball and 1 strike to the University of Nevada Reno outfield.
Of course, that loss last night for the Portland Pickles snapped that 6-game winning streak in West Coast League play.
No Henry Mensch today either. Couple of regulars.
It also snapped an overall 11-game winning streak for Portland.
After hitting so well yesterday. Now the 1-1.
Breaking ball.
On the outside corner, yeah, you can see why Giroux came into the game with one of the top earned run averages in the West Coast League. That pitch had some serious bite to it. So 2 on, 2 down, top second. Black Bears lead it by 2. And another
1-2, Alex Giroux trying to get out of this jam and keep it to a 2-run deficit. That one skied and foul ground as Mosby runs in to make the grab. And that's what Alex Giroux is able to do. Gets out of that situation and keeps it a 2-0 Cowlitz lead heading to the bottom of the second.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with
Connor Henricks will lead it off for the Pickles here in the bottom of the second. Talked about it earlier in the broadcast. Right now, second in this Portland lineup, 389. Is off to a tremendous start this summer in 18 at-bats. 4 RBIs, 7 hits for Henricks.
Still trying to get into a bit of a rhythm today. As the 1-0 comes on in and it's pulled down
2-0.
but not far enough. That was above the belt, 2-0. And the Black Bears not matching their
Henricks would like to
jerseys in their
end this series on a high note. Back in game 1 was 0 for 3. 2-0, Henricks. That one burns the outer half, 2-1.
2-1. And of course that game against Walla Walla ended in a no decision for Martinez. But a 15-inning victory for the Black Bears 43 carry out the lead with the game-winning single.
2-1. That one a souvenir.
Foul over on the right end and empty seats. 2-2, and yeah, Walker Stadium here, a lot of opportunities to collect a foul ball. It's almost like David's story. There's so many foul balls for young fans to try to collect. And Martinez is 2-2.
2-2, Henricks sliced opposite way into right field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Connor Henricks.
Henricks gets himself a base hit.
And here comes Jacob Jablonski for the first time tonight. And really just overall, this Pickles offense would like to have a big night. Aside from Leo Mosby's 3-run walk-off home run back on Tuesday night, the Pickles offense has really not had a whole lot of answers for this Cowlitz Black Bears top-ranked pitching staff. We'll see if a leadoff single can maybe put a little bit of a jolt in this offense. And maybe the best word to describe is maybe disappointing, especially when I talked about it earlier. They really put up a lot of runs in their series at Wenatchee and over the weekend when they played a couple of Wawa West League teams here at Walker Stadium. One to Jablonski. Above the letters, 2-1.
A little bit high again for Martinez. He's been releasing a little early out there today. So he takes a quick knee bend, trying to make an adjustment. 2-1. To the number 7 batter in the Pickles order. He squares around, charging in his mole care, and now he goes back as the back gets pulled back.
3-1 to Jablonski.
Again, 3-1.
Currently at Chico State. After playing the previous 2 seasons, way out in Jonesboro, Arkansas for the Arkansas Red Wolves. Got to watch him during those 2 years in Jonesboro, and obviously what you see here at Walker Stadium is what you've seen the last couple of years, a very reliable hitter and a reliable infielder. 3-2. Payoff from Martinez. Shepard in foul ground. 1 down. Now bring up the catcher, Tony Boeto. .176 this summer for Tony Boeto. 3 hits and 17 ABs.
First appearance against Cowlitz, he's in 176, 3 hits, 17 at-bats, 2 runs scored. No extra base hits, but 4 runs batted in, a pair of walks.
Isaac Martinez out of UC San Diego as the first offering to him is fouled off. Coming off his sophomore campaign this past spring, made 16 appearances, all in relief. Had a 2.83 ERA, 37 Ks and 35 innings of work. Finished with a 3-1 record to go along with a save. 0-1 to Boeto. That one low for a ball. One. Boeto popped up. That will head into the berm. And again, on a perfect night like this here in the Rose City, the berm obviously very, very popular.
So far today, in 1-2 counts, actually has not been ahead of anybody yet. So this will be his first opportunity to do something.
1-2. Boeto chopper down to third and off the glove of Sean Mulcair. That will get into left field. Hard turn by Hendricks. He'll get into third. And now the Pickles with runners on the corners and their first run of the night potentially 90 feet away. And we go to the bottom of the order with Gabe Ariano. 188 this season for Gabe Ariano. Three RBIs this season with like number 4 right here to help cut this deficit in half. First pitch, fouled off.
So Martinez did get the ground ball that he was looking for. But it was mishandled by his fielder, so now he's got to go back out there and try to get another.
Runners on the corners, 1 down here in the bottom of the second. Ariano again fouled off, almost to the same spot. Still ahead of it, 0-2.
2-0 Cowlitz lead before the Pickles here at Walker Stadium at Lentz Park.
Obviously the toughest part of the night for those of us up here in the press box as the sun is shining directly in our eyes here.
Down near the trees, but the entire field is enveloped in shadow, so it's good for the players. Unfortunately for Ben Cray, the Pickles broadcaster, and myself and the entire staff up here, we got the sun right in our face. Hey, that's why I bought some shades headed into the series. I had a feeling that things were starting to move in that direction. Of course, we had the same situation at David Storm.
Ariano steps back in finally. 0-2, 1 down.
Hendricks at third. He's ahead 0-2.
And a check over on first.
Jaden, an elite defensive first baseman in this league. Isaac looking for his first strikeout of the evening. He's allowed 1 hit and a pair of walks.
0-2 for Martinez. This time foul down the right side.
On the other way on the berm, so 3 consecutive foul balls for Arellano. He's been seeing the ball pretty well out of Martinez's hand. 38 pitches for Isaac.
3 fouls for Gabe Ariano.
Got 21 for strikes.
Looking for 1 swing to put it in play. And hopefully for the Pickles bring home a run. 0-2 again. Ariano Blooper into left center, and that's exactly what he's going to get. An RBI single off the bat of Gabe Ariano, and the Pickles with their first run of the night, make it a 2-1 ball game. As he will get that fourth RBI.
Now batting number 9, your second baseman, Kyle Dernetti.
Back to the top of the order, and Kyle Dernetti. Again, Pickles fans haven't had a lot of reasons to raise the chairs over the last couple of games. They get their first chance tonight after not getting an opportunity last night, getting shut out 7-0. Dernetti takes a called first strike. Got on base via free pass in his first AB back in the first. And I do have to say, definitely a slower pace to this game 3. The first 2 games we've had in this series, they just blew by. Again, as I mentioned, a little bit slower tonight. Martinez comes home, Dernetti. That one popped foul. Like I said, it's the cheesiest night in baseball here at Walker Stadium, and of course Dylan T's got the Velveeta cheese behind the netting. I mean, that's one way to make noise. You don't need like those thunder sticks. Just bring boxes of cheese. 0-2. That one upstairs, 1-2. One, two, one down. Dernetti. 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inside half. As Jordan Smart sends him packing. And back to the dugout. 2 down. Here comes Ryan Gardino. Oh for 1, Ryan Gardino. Now an inside for a ball. One 1-0 Gardino pops it up on the left side. And Mulcair will make the grab for out number 3, but the Pickles finally get one on the board for the first time in the last 2 nights. 2-1 Cowlitz as we head to the 3rd.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Dawson Martin will lead it off here in the top of the third as the Pickles were able to cut the deficit in half 2-1. As we take a look for the first time tonight at scores around the West Coast League. Right now the Bellingham Bells on top of the Corvallis Knights 4-1 in the bottom of the fifth. And Port Angeles up 1-0 on the Wenatchee Apple Sox in the top of the fifth. Those are the only two other games going on tonight in the West Coast League. Breaking ball from Giroux. On the outside for a strike, 1-1. That one foul. Martin with a single in his first at-bat.
Definitely one of the slower games that the Black Bears have played. We're only in the top of the third with nobody out, and we're already 50 minutes in. Next off, Martin.
That one ripped over to short, and a diving snag by Jacob Jablonski. Nice play over at short. I mentioned it when he was up in the box in his first at-bat. Very solid at the middle infielder spot. You see a perfect example of it right there, one down. Here's Sean Mulcair.
Here's Sean Mulcair looking to rectify the error that he committed. Back in the bottom of the second, he's 0 for 1 with a fly. And the first one to him is hit high.
That one deep into right center. Going back is Gardino on the track. And had to cover a lot of real estate there to make that snag 2 down.
So Mulcair certainly gave that one a ride, but just not enough distance here as there's 2 away.
I'll bring up Johnny Radomski. Reached on base via a walk in his first plate appearance.
Even though we don't have any base runners this inning, the Black Bears continuing to hit the baseball hard off the Giroux. As Johnny Radomski steps up, he has walked in his only trip to the plate. First one to him is that slider.
As Giroux delivers a first pitch strike.
Good front door pitch that time by Giroux, as that started near Radomski's hip and then ended up right over the
0-1, another breaking ball. Outside.
1-1 to the left fielder for Cowlitz. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 4 left for the Black Bears. For Portland, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 4 left on base. That's it. Cowlitz 1 away. And falls behind 1 and 2. 2 down, bases clear. Giroux looking for his first clean 1-2-3 inning.
1-2 from Giroux. That one way upstairs, 2-2. Goes down on that breaking ball. As Giroux, solid top half of the third as we head to the bottom of the inning. Still 2-1.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
the cheese toss. Again, it's the cheesiest night in baseball here at Walker Stadium tonight. A lot of Velveeta cheese. I'll tell you what, it's making me extremely hungry. If somebody listening in the stadium could get me like a hot dog with some Velveeta cheese on it, you'll be my best friend for the rest of the night. Matt Jew leading it off here in the bottom of the third. Fouls it off. 0 for 1 is Matt Jew so far. Oh, 2, Matt Jew. 1 and 2. Jew over to second. Fung over to Shepard in time for the first out. Ivan Luna reached base via walk in his first plate appearance. Two and 0 to Luna. That one catches the upper half, 2 and 1. And Luna keeps the bat on his shoulder again, 2 and 2. As Luna rips it for a base hit up the middle. And as I mentioned earlier, Ivan Luna is the cheesy batter of the night. So with that single, Pickles fans here at Walker Stadium get $1 pickles for the next 10 or so minutes, I believe. Here's Leo Mosby. Flew out to right in his first AB, and you saw it right there from Ivan Luna. He said Ken Griffey Jr. is his inspiration with obviously that sweet, sweet swing. And you can see a little bit of that in Ivan Luna. Does have a beautiful swing and really works out for him. Again, having a solid summer here in the Rose City, coming off a tremendous 2021 season down at Fresno State offensively. The kid obviously not a bad one to look up to and to model your game after. 0-1. That one called a strike on the outer half. Oh, 2 from the lefty. Mosby, that one high and foul.
YouTube, and of course gets your tickets to the game at CowlitzBlackBears.com. Mosby tags one high, but continue to slice foul over on the right side.
This one drifting into center. Mortensen underneath it. Second out. Connor Hendricks 1 for 1 tonight with a single into right field. Looking to extend this bottom half of the third.
Approaching the end of the third inning. One more out required for the Black Bears, trying to keep another 0 on the board. First pitch for Martinez.
And Hendricks made a very early impact down at Santa Clara. Back in 2019, his freshman season, he started in 47 of the 49 games played for the Broncos. Both marks were second most for a Bronco freshman. So already making a big impact for that program down there, out in front of that one.
As well when he was on the base paths, going first to third on a error by the third baseman, Sean Mulkey.
1-1 for Martinez. Just misses on the inside.
Bit tight as well, 2-1. Final game of this three-game set, the rubber match between these two squads. A 3-1 Portland victory in the first game on Tuesday, and then last night the Cowlitz Black Bears offense went ahead and thumped Portland by a score of 7-0. 2-1.
Hendricks pops up the 2-1. That one foul.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
6-4-20 right here. Brock Bozette playing with his heels on the left field grass over at short, expecting a hard ground ball. The entire infield is playing rather far back, except for Jaden Shepard holding it down.
Twos to Hendricks. And fights it off.
No matter what position you're playing, there's no chance to get that one when you lose the field. Keeping it 2-ball and 2-strike count. First half is concluded for some teams out here in the West Coast League. The Elks, Pickles, or rather just the Black Bears and the Pickles.
Twos on repeat to Hendricks. Inside for a ball, 3-2.
Martinez, a nice spot, but did not get the
We
chance.
got some fingers going around. We got Pickles and cheese. That's what
Portland and the Black Bears still with 4 games to go, including this one, to wrap up their first half. Corvallis, Richfield, and Bend all squared away in that regard. Big payoff from Isaac.
Payoff with 2 down. Hendricks, comebacker up the middle. Fung, and throws it off the head of the shortstop, Brock Bozette. And Ivan Luna will move up to third. And good for Brock Bozette. Immediately went over to Matt Fung and said, hey, no problem. Threw it right off the dome. So I'll bring up Jacob Jablonski. But again, you like to see that from the shortstop, Brock Bozette. As I said before, immediately went up to Fung and said, hey, no problem. I know you were just trying to make the routine play. But now runners on the corners with 2 down. First pitch to Jablonski. One 0 to Jablonski. Breaking ball finds the zone.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
Jablonski's second on the Pickles roster with 10 RBIs this summer. Can he get number 11 here? 1-1.
Martinez swing and a foul ball into the dirt. Big hack by him though.
1-2.
Again, Martinez now up 1-2. That was pitch number 70 for him. He's now an arm and getting up and ready. It looks like it might be Carter Sutton in the pen for the Black Bears. And I've got the confirmation.
1-2, 2 down. Jablonski goes chasing at the high cheese. No pun intended on the cheesiest night in baseball, but the Pickles threaten. We go to the fourth. Still 2-1 Cowlitz.
One error and 2 runs on the board. Top of the fourth coming up. We're a third of the way through at Walker Stadium. Black Bears.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
John Jensen, the first base coach. John, we're looking at the ball game right now. It's a 2-1 Portland deficit, but looks like we got a couple hits that inning.
Yeah, I mean we're just trying to come alive as an offense. You got to tip your cap to Cowlitz. You know, they came out swinging early, but we just got to stick to our plan and swing the bats and just stay competitive up there.
5 hits to 2 right now. It looks like, as you mentioned, the Portland bats are coming alive. What do you think the rest of the game's looking like?
I think we look good. We just got to have the pitching stick to their plan as well as the offense and just hit hard line drives through the field and we'll be okay.
Giroux had a little rough outing in that first inning, but it looks like things are starting to straighten out for him.
Yeah, no, he's starting to dial in. You know, he usually gets good as the game goes on. So we believe in him, and I think he'll give us a good chance to win this game.
John, appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, Kev, really appreciate it as we're back to action here in the top of the fourth. August Souza will take over on the bump here for the Pickles as he will face the bottom of the Cowlitz Black Bear order. First with Jaden Shepard, the 0-1, 0-2. Big hack there. Souza making his 4th appearance, 7 innings of work, I should say. 9.00 ERA this summer. 0-2. That one way outside. 1-2. Shepard 0 for 1 with a strikeout, looking to avoid going down twice so far as he battles and stays alive. One, two from Souza. And now 2-2. Three and 2.
August Souza from Reno, Nevada, went to Reno High School. In 2021, made 10 appearances for the Broncos at the University of San Diego.
Payoff pitch.
ERA
Opposite way over to Ivan Luna at first base. The flip over to Souza for out number 1. Here comes Case Ogata. A single in his first AB back in the second. Way behind on that one is Ogata. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not, according to Eric Swift. Two and one as that one is in the dirt. Off the end of the bat foul, 2 and 2. Two, 1 down. Souza comes home. Again low. 3 and 2.
So back-to-back full counts from Souza against two big power hitters in the Black Bear order. Last time he got a ground out, and let's see what they can do against Ogata.
Payoff once again. And we'll do it again. Goes down swinging. First K of the night for Souza. Here's Matty Fung. Fung also 1 for 1 tonight. That one just below the knees for a ball, 1-0.
2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 4 left for the Black Bears. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. 6 left to board for the home team, the Portland Pickles. What a... And Funk takes it downstairs, but that's a strike near his knees. And the count back up to even. Final 3 games in the first half for the Black Bears will be against their rival Ridgefield Raptors coming up right after today's game, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as they look to close in on that second place spot. 1-1 to Funk is again
1 and 2.
This time on the inside corner, 1 and 2. Souza looking for the second 1-2-3 inning in a row for Portland. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away, and nobody on for the Black Bears, clinging to a 1-run lead.
1-2 from Souza. High chopper foul towards the Pickles dugout.
We'll have another 1-2 count. And somebody gave some inflatable, I think those are like clappers to a bunch of kids out there, and they're waging war over there. Like the Star Wars Clone Wars near that left burn. They're having a great time over there, man. 1-2.
Up the middle and just out of the reach of Jacob Jablonski.
So Fung slicing away. Yeah, who needs Disney Plus when you got Jedi Warriors?
2 for 2 tonight. Matty Fung.
Slinging that bat like a lightsaber. So
And now we're going to get a visit out to the mound from Brian Grant. With 2 down. Brock Bozette will step in as we go back to the top of the order for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Again, a lot of action this weekend here at Walker Stadium. The Pickles may be on the road, but a lot of chances for baseball fans here in the city of Portland to come out to Walker Stadium and enjoy some Wild Wild West League action. You got 5 games in 3 days this weekend. And as I mentioned, the Berms out here at Walker Stadium, tremendously popular. I mean, if you're a kid and you have those thunder sticks, what else are you going to do? You're going to use them as swords. It's only natural. I don't blame him one bit. Brock Bozette steps in. With 2 down, Souza throw over to first. So again, a lot of chances to come out here to Walker Stadium and watch some baseball. Pickles, of course, will be right back here next week when they host the Walla Walla Sweets for a 3-game set. Another throw over, close play at first. Fung just able to get back to first. Good move off the mound by August Souza. Almost nabbed him. Souza will finally come home. Up the middle, Jablonski off the glove, but hauled in by Kyle Dernetti. Thankfully for Jablonski, Dernetti was already standing on the bag and just scooped it up for the final out at the top of the 4th. Being aware of the situation, Dernetti just saw the ball, stood on the bag for the final out. Bottom of the 4th we go. Still 2-1 Cowlitz.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
To the bottom of the 4th we go. Pickles offense looking to tie it up or even take the lead as Tony Boeto will get things started. Reached on an error in his first at bat, Tony Boeto. First pitch to Boeto, called a strike. As Boeto is quickly down 0-2. Martinez from the wind. That one high and outside. looking for his third strikeout of the night. Boeto, right to Fung. One down. And here comes Gabe Ariano, who had that RBI single back in the second. Brought in the only run so far for the Pickles. And as I mentioned before, a lot of Wild Wild West League action this weekend here at Walker Stadium. Tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch between the Portland Gherkins and the Gresham Grey Wolves. First pitch strike there to Ariano. And then a doubleheader on Saturday featuring the Grey Wolves going up against the Portland Rosebuds, first at 3:35. And then the nightcap at 7:05 will feature the Gherkins taking on the Willamette Wild Bills. And on Sunday, 3:35, it'll be the Willamette Wild Bills going up against the Portland Rosebuds as Ariano into center field. Brock Mortensen maybe only has to take like 3 or 4 steps in to haul it in for the second out. And Kyle Dernetti will come back to the box. A walk and a backwards K tonight. And the final game of that 5-game weekend for the Wild Wild West League on Sunday night will feature the Portland Rosebuds against the Willamette Wild Bills at 7:05. A lot of tickets still available for those games here at Walker Stadium. Ball one low to Dernetti. 2-0. Dernetti, a .250 average, 2 RBIs, 4 hits this past season down at Goss Stadium. 2-0, and there's a strike. Of course, Oregon State season coming to an end in the Fort Worth Regional. 2-2 to Dernetti after falling to Dallas Baptist to end their season. Twos to Dernetti. That one ripped down the line. That's going to be fair and rolling all the way to the corner. Dernetti will take a turn, and he'll get into second with a stand-up double as he keeps the bottom of the fourth going. 0 for 2 tonight, Ryan Gardino. As the tying run is on base with 2 down here in the fourth. Fifth hit of the night for Portland. Gardino first pitch, right past Mulcair. Dernetti gets the wave, and the Portland Pickles have tied it up at 2 on the RBI single off the bat of Ryan Gardino. And they'll raise the chairs once again here at Walker Stadium, all knotted up at 2. Gardino's 10th RBI of the season. And we're going to get a mound visit here from the pitching coach of the Cowlitz Black Bears, Corey Keir. All tied up at 2. Again, the offense with a little more production tonight here in Game 3 in this rubber match after getting shut out last night in that 7-0 loss. Matt Jew will come to bat as Jordan Smart comes out and breaks up the meeting. Over 2, Matt Jew as well. First pitch to Jew. just misses on the outside.
The outside corner there, 1-0. Looking at Gordino. And Martinez delivers the next one.
This one high into left.
Over to left, but it does not have the distance.
Radomski underneath it for the final out of the fourth. But the Pickles tie it up at 2 thanks to Ryan Gardino. To the 5th we go here at Walker Stadium.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles. Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break a vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together,
Another new arm for the Pickles coming out of the pen, and Ryan Svenningston, as he'll take over in the top of the 5th. He'll face Brock Mortensen. And Mortensen has been basically the offense for the Black Bears tonight. Blasted that 2-run jack over the right field wall in the top of the 1st to make it 2-0 Cowlitz. As we await the arrival of Jordan Smart. Here he comes.
And overall, though, he's 1-0 in 5 appearances. All of them out of
And then we're going to get a quick meeting between Smart and Eric Swift. Not exactly sure what they're meeting about. Your guess is as good as mine. Well, now Mags is upset. Again, not sure what about. But we'll finally get the top of the 5th going. First offering from Svenningsson.
From Svenningsson, look out, sky high, up and in, 1-0. Svenningsson from the University of California, Irvine. Went to Ladera Ranch, or was born in Ladera Ranch, California. Went to J. Sarah Catholic in San Juan.
1-1.
Now find themselves in the tie game after taking a quick 2-0 lead off the second batter of the ball game. Been scoreless sets.
That one's skied maybe 2 miles high.
Right in the middle of the infield, Jablonski goes over.
Jablonski makes the squeeze for the first out.
And grabs the ball for out number 1. So one down here in the top of the 5th.
And here's Jacob Stinson, who's 0 for 2. Quiet night so far for Stinson in the box. One of the top hitters batting average-wise in the West Coast League, as we mentioned earlier.
Stinson leads the team with 6 multi-hit games and also top batting average on the squad. Next offering to the lefty,
And Svenningston
one ball and 1 strike.
delivers the strike there.
Leads the team with 22 hits. Svenningson's 1-1. Is hit off the
Jablonski over to first. 2 down.
sends Stinson away with the second out of the inning.
Now that is the catcher, number 16, Dawson Martin.
So after the first 2 innings, the Black Bears only with 1 hit, and that came off the bat of Matty Fung in the 4th.
Dawson Martin 1 for 2.
1 for 2, he singled and a line out.
Got a single in his first AB. And then a line out over to Jacob Jablonski.
Right-hander kicks, delivers, and
First pitch strike to Dawson Martin.
2-2 tie ball game. 2 for the Black Bears in the first, 1 for Portland in the second, and then the tie run came in. Back in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1.
Fouled off the end of the bat.
Behind 0-2. Again, Cowlitz are 2 games behind the Pickles and the Cowlitz Knights for second place in the Southern Division for the first half of play. So a win today would be huge for them, as they move to a game and a half behind
0-2.
Ridgefield and just
Once again over to Jacob Jablonski. Off balance to first in time. Jacob Jablonski. This name has been mentioned a lot here in this top of the 5th. A lot of action. 2-2. Bottom 5 we go.
as we are halfway through at Walker Stadium, headed to the bottom.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
I'm sure they're very sober. Yeah, no one's going to be able to see. That's okay. These very sober people are going to stick their faces in these pie pans full of Velveeta shells and cheese. And whoever finds the pickle first is going to put their head up, and they're going to win absolutely nothing. Count them down, Walker Stadium. 3, 2, 1. 5-minute pickle.
I know.
I don't know how you call that. Nobody's really a winner in this game. Let's put it that way. Give him a hand. Walker Stadium, make some noise for these nice folks.
Here we go. Bottom of the 5th inning. New arm is Carter Sutton, so that's it for Isaac Martinez today. And before it is the left-hander.
I know some people would find that kind of disgusting, but as a cheese lover myself, I'm not going to lie, that looks kind of good. Probably because I haven't had dinner yet, but I'm starving. My hunger's talking right now. New pitcher here for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Carter Sutton will take over for Cowlitz, as he will face Ivan Luna to lead off this bottom half of the 5th. Sutton this season, 8 1/3 innings pitched, a 6.48 ERA, 10 Ks on the season, 6 earned runs, making his 5th appearance of the summer. And all knotted up at 2. Again, the Cowlitz Black Bears, for the 2nd consecutive night, scored the first 2 runs in the top of the 1st. Pickles were able to fight their way back thanks to RBIs from Gabe Ariano as well as Ryan Gardino. Here's Ivan Luna with a walk and a single tonight. First pitch to Luna below the knees. That one fouled off by Luna. That one high out of play. They're still going at it. Oh, you got a bat. Oh, one kid fell down. Luna. Oh, he's back up. Luna with a 2-2 count.
Some of them have two thunder. That's not fair.
Now they've all kind of like broken off. It was one big mash as Luna lifts it into left field. Radomski underneath it for the first out. I was going to say for a quick second, everybody was kind of all in a clump, just throwing the thunder sticks at each other, but now they've kind of like separated and had like their individual duels basically. Here's Leo Mosby. Mosby 0 for 2 tonight. That one inside for a ball.
Probably get 2 to 3 innings out of Sutton, and then we'll see what Cowlitz decide to do the rest of the way. Again, I mentioned they have a lot of arms still available. They could go to Keegan Wright, they could go to James Bradwell. As the 1-0
2-0
is
is that one this time, misses outside. Off the fist, foul. And also off the foot.
Sutton's last appearance, against Cascade Collegiate, he was great for 2 innings, allowing just 2 hits, walked 1, did not strike out about it, but 2 shutout innings is not too shabby.
Three and 1 as that one is above the letters. Three 1 with 1 down. Mosby over to short. 2 down. Here's Connor Hendricks, who has reached base twice tonight in his 2 plate appearances. Reached on an error also with a single and scored the first run of the night. Takes the first pitch opposite way over to second. Fung and Hendricks not able to beat it. Hendricks thought he had an infield single, but called out by Eric Swift. And we're going to get a discussion, no question now, as Maggs is back out on the field. So we'll get an argument here as Maggs wants an explanation. But that'll do it for the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th, still 2-2.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Well, Mags has gone from Eric Swift to Jordan Smart now here in the top of the 6th. I mean, look at that stare down.
Hey, Joe, you want to go to the mall? I do want to go to the mall. I got some buds over here and I got some cheesy jokes. You want to hear a cheesy joke? Lay it on me. My buddy Charlie over here, he's got a joke about pizza. But he wouldn't tell it to me because it's too cheesy.
Another new pitcher here for the Pickles. Nate Leibold will take over as he will face Sean Mulcair to lead it off here in the top of the 6th. Mulcair 0 for 2 tonight with 2 flyouts.
Lead it off for the Black Bears, third baseman, number 7, Sean Mulcair.
His first pitch now of the afternoon, or of the evening, so this is outside
1-0 now.
The big difference for me from moving
And we've talked about it this entire season. We obviously have a lot of Portland Pilots on this Pickles squad, and here's one for the Cowlitz Black Bears and Sean Mulcair.
I know that we're just past the summer solstice here, but still, it was around 10 o'clock on that day.
Mulcair hit 156 this past college season for Jeff Loomis up on the bluff. Leibold comes home. That one inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
Using their 4th pitcher of the evening. Something tells me that they're not quite done just yet.
And again, a lot of Portland Pilots, not only on the Pickles, but you'll see them spread out also throughout the rest of the West Coast League. 2-1. Opposite way into left. Matt Jew. Doesn't have to take many steps to his left for the first out. Here's Johnny Radomski. A walk and a strikeout so far for the left fielder. Leibold first offering. That one a ball. Another look at the other 2 scores in the West Coast League tonight. The Bellingham Bells still on top of the Corvallis Knights, 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th. That one outside for a ball, 2-0. And the Wenatchee Apple Sox ahead of the Port Angeles Lefties, 5-2 in the top of the 8th. 2-0. And now 2-1 as Radomski goes chasing. Two and two as that burns the outer half. And Leibold gets his first K. Second strikeout for Radomski tonight. Jaden Shepard 0 for 2 ground out and also with a strikeout of his own.
Get that effort duplicated here during the game. It's the top of the sixth with 2 down, but one swing in the back can break this 2-2 tie. As Leibold's first one is a breaking ball.
Just misses on the outside.
We know Shepard is fishing for a fastball here. If he sees one, he's going to try and tag it. 1-0. Breaking ball, swinging and miss by Shepard, right on top of it. That ball slithered into the glove of Tony Boeto, 1-1. 2 down, bases clear. That's the 1-1.
1-1. Shepard swings and misses again. 1-2.
1-2 as he waves at it. Top 6, 2 down, bases empty. Both teams with a pair of runs here at Walker Stadium. As Leibold delivers
Way outside for a ball.
That's the first fastball we've seen from him. Again, Shepard has actually lost his cap. Went on down.
2 strikes, let's make some noise, Walker
Front of the mound.
Stadium!
So we now have 2-2 as he returns his Pickles cap forward to the mound. I guess we're talking Pickles. I probably should have just said Liv, but the moment certainly.
Two's home from Leibold. Called strike 3, freezes up Shepard as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Pickles looking to take their first lead of the night. Knotted up at 2.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles. Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym B FAST. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of...
All right, we're back. We're live.
Bottom of the order due up here in the bottom of the 6th for the Pickles as Jacob Jablonski is going to lead it off.
Is this thing on?
Jablonski
I think
0 for
so.
2 tonight. And I think we got Parker on now. Parker, what's up, man?
I'm here. How we doing?
Pretty good, man. Good game so far. Another quick game like we've seen the last 2 nights.
Yeah.
First pitch to Jablonski. Late on that one.
Coming into this series, there's 2 of the top pitching teams in the league. So no surprise, really, with the quick games. But it's been some nice, entertaining ball.
Well, you mentioned Cowlitz, number 1, Portland, number 2. One and 2 to Jablonski.
Did you have some Velveeta tonight, Ben?
I've been asking for it the entire night.
Oh.
I still haven't had a hot dog with Velveeta cheese.
Yeah.
They're selling those tonight, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. As Jablonski goes down swinging, throw over to first. 1 down. Are there any like other cheese items on the menu tonight? Like I said, I know you got the hot dog with the Velveeta cheese.
Yeah. Well,
What
we
else?
got a nice big vat of the shells and cheese.
Right.
So I mean, you can just get yourself some shells and cheese. You can also add that onto any concession item. So I mean, we're talking burgers, sausages. You know, I mean, you wanna dip a pretzel in Velveeta, you can do it.
Boeto grounded out in his last plate appearance. That was going to be my suggestion. You get like a Wickles Pickles burger, and you put like the cheese on it. I bet that'd be bomb.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. And this all started, of course, with a week or two ago. We did the Friends of Twitter night. We reached out to a bunch of brands on Twitter and asked them if they'd be willing to send us a case of something. And I don't know if it was a joke or what, but we ended up with about 2,500 pounds of Velveeta. So,
wow.
So we turned it into the cheesiest night in baseball history, and it's been a hit, to say the least.
0-2 to Boeto. And battles, and that'll be foul into the berm.
Now, I just heard Boeto, a recent transfer
to UP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Found that out yesterday.
Yeah, good for him. That's great.
So that'll be yet another pickle that's also donning a pilot's uniform.
Yeah.
1-2 to Boeto.
I think any coach would be happy to have Boeto on the team, just in the dugout even. It's kind of like a wily veteran at this point.
Just misses. By 2-2 Boeto. This time goes down looking. Two down for Gabe Ariano. RBI single for Gabe Ariano back in the second. After that, a flyout. So 1 for 2 tonight. Pickles trying to win their third straight West Coast League Series. First offering to Ariano on the outside for a strike, 0-1.
Sutton usually piggybacks off of Martinez's starts, and right now they bridge together 5 2/3, 5 innings for them. Sutton misses high with the fastball 1-1.
I love this guy's attitude. I see him every day at the ballpark. Just a positive guy, smile on his face. Met his parents the other week. Is the same thing. Little drag.
Bunt right back to Sutton for the third out. We go to the seventh. Still knotted up at 2.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles. Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break all vodka.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend.
Well, we'll keep the conversation about Portland Pilots going as Nick Brink will take over here in the top of the 7th. First offering from Brink. This one high, this one deep, this one gone into the trees. Case Ogata just tees off on that one as the Cowlitz Black Bears retake the lead 3-2. You knew that one was gone as soon as it left the bat.
Yeah, he knew it too. He just went ahead and looked at that one for a while as it went out.
Jumped on it early. First pitch. Solo blast. Now bring up Matty Fung.
Wow.
Shows bunt. So Brink will look to bounce back here after giving up that solo home run. One and two.
Now, Ben, I'd like to play a little game with you if you'd be so kind to join me. Is a game we played last year on the broadcast is quite popular. It's just a simple word association. So as it goes down on strikes, I'm going to say some words. Okay. I've got 15 words here, and you just say the first word that comes to your mind when I say that word.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Brock Bozette at the plate, by the way. Back to the leadoff man. Go ahead.
Okay. First word is pain.
Hurts.
Journey.
Don't stop believing.
Cowboy.
What's the next
Cowboy.
one? Dallas.
Vegetable.
Pickles.
Socks.
Crazy.
Huge. Come on.
Enormous.
Tiny.
Which one?
Tiny.
Small.
Camera.
Camera. Film.
America.
US of A.
Pickle.
Rick.
Yellow.
Jeez. Where is this going?
Pear.
What's the next one?
Pear.
Pear?
Yeah.
Fruit.
Shrimp.
Jumbo.
Stinky.
Pete.
Hey, that's good. You did good, Ben.
2-2 to Brock Bozette.
Well done. A little hesitation on huge, but that's okay. That's understandable.
Bozette outside. Did he go around? No, he didn't, according to Eric Swift. You guys played these on the broadcast last summer?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was a popular one.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have maybe you'll have to read them off to me next time.
As Bozette is on with a free pass.
I think my favorite was "Don't Stop Believin'" after Journey. That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
Although that's technically more than one
It's
word.
more than one, but we'll count it.
And this might do it for Nick Brink.
Ouch.
And that will do it for Nick Brink. New pitcher coming out for the Pickles. On the other side, as Cowlitz has retaken the lead, 3-2.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles.
Chris Batosh will take over on the mound for the Pickles, has yet to allow an earned run this season. 5 strikeouts, 4 2/3 innings of work. As the Black Bears have retaken the lead 3-2 thanks to a solo blast from Case Ogata. First pitch to Brock Mortensen, who also has a homer tonight. Check over on first. By the way, another important update. I finally got a hot dog with Velveeta cheese.
Are you going to try it out?
I have to, man.
Yeah.
He's got an enormous hot dog that's completely smothered in Velveeta shells right there to my left. I'm going to have to watch him as he takes the first bite. Is that Chris's ball 1-0?
You got to get a few more shells in there.
Around it. He gets the grab. Ben, did you get a shell? You did get a shell. What do you think? And he gives me the thumbs up. All right. So it is.
Parker, you'll have to take over on play-by-play
Okay.
for a second.
Yeah, I'll take over.
In Portland, and Ben seems to like it. There's one taken out.
That's high for 2-0.
That's pretty good.
He's into it.
That's pretty good. I never thought I'd ever have a hot dog with Velveeta mac and cheese on it. It's pretty
Wow.
good.
You never know what's going to happen at Walker Stadium.
Not at all.
Oh,
That
and
one
that's
ripped
ripped.
into the gap. And Matt Jew makes the snag. Throw back to first. 2 down.
Played them just how they should have. That Jew out there well off of the left field line, but exactly where he should have been.
Here's Jacob Stinson, 0 for 3 tonight.
Not much outside of the infield for him today either. 2 down.
Batosh, throw over to first.
First left hand. That has been sent out by Morgan today. So far, 1 batter, 1 out. Jablonski finishing a little bit more up the middle as
Another throw over to first, checking on
it.
Bozette.
Keep him honest. Now, Ben, were you able to see the bobbing for gherkins earlier?
Yes.
We had pie pans full of Velveeta cheese with a hidden gherkin.
Slapped opposite way, foul. I mentioned it on the broadcast, you know.
Yeah.
We saw the aftermath with all the Velveeta cheese dripping down their faces.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of people who think that's gross, but for a cheese lover like myself, it looks pretty dang good. Not gonna lie.
It's almost a fantasy. I like it. Yeah, I was saying downstairs, I don't know if anyone's a winner, but I get you're a cheese lover, then I guess so.
0-2 to Brock Mortensen. Or Jacob Stinson, excuse me. Two ground outs and a fly out for Jacob Stinson. With two down. Stays alive, fouls it off.
Slices one foul on the left side, 0-2. First Black Bears will take on Richfield. Coming on up.
What's that shirt say? A cheesy pun. Love it. Shout out intern Mario.
We'll do the 0-2 all over again. Called strike three on the outer half.
Great pitch.
Stretch time here at Walker Stadium as the Pickles will look to try to get that run back. 3-2 Cowlitz as we head to the bottom half.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Well, the crowd is fired up. I'm full from that cheesy hot dog. And Kyle Dernetti will lead it off for the Pickles here in the bottom of the seventh.
Crowd's all jacked up on Velveeta cheese.
Dernetti with that double back in the fourth. First offering from Sutton low.
Well, jersey swap tonight for Dernetti. He's been sporting 40.
Dernetti, opposite way foul.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Gels and cheese! Let's go, Pickles!
1-1. Just misses outside, 2-1.
It's not an easy pitch to lay off, but gets himself ahead in the count.
Three and one to Dernetti.
Like to see Kyle be selective here. Only go after the pitch that he's really looking for. Well done.
And Dernetti on with a leadoff walk. So now they got the tying run on with nobody down.
Here's your right fielder from Wofford, number 45, Ryan Gardino.
RBI single for Ryan Gardino. And his last at bat back in the fourth. That would tie the game up at 2.
Tying run is on first base. Gardino at the plate. Right-hander squaring around first pitch.
Shows bunt. That one foul.
Cowlitz Black Bears on deck, circle 0-1. Here in the bottom of the 7th, another tight ball game. This one very much akin to game number 1 of the series. Of course, Portland were unable to score. To the bottom of the 9th, now this one a little bit different, a 3-2 ball game, but still a 1-run Cowlitz lead late. The next one, he squares around.
Throw over to first, and Dernetti gets back.
Right back in there in time. The count 1-1. Black Bears lead 9
I was just texted a video of a bunch of players putting slices of cheese on each other's heads without them knowing. It's pretty entertaining. Hopefully this makes it on social media.
Hopefully we can get a shot of that in the dugout. 2-1.
At third base, try to come on in and guard against that bunt.
Can't.
Gardino again showing bunt.
Squares around again. And Sutton delivers, and he did not pull that one back.
And he misses. 2-2.
Under his bat, down 2-2. So now the bunt will probably be pulled back. Better situation for the Black Bears.
I know Mags is a fan of the small ball, and so am I, traditional kind of baseball guy, but I can't imagine Ryan Gardino's used to being a sacrifice bunter.
Outside as that one gets away from Martin. And Dernetti will move up 90 feet.
That'll do it.
And now the tying run on second with no outs.
Big pitch for Sutton here. Going up for 2 on for Matt Jew. Martin readjusts his best before ducking that down into the crouch. Gardino with a 3-2 count. Sutton. Pickles first down here at the bottom of the 7th inning with these Black Bears leading by 1 run.
The payoff to Gardino. Ball 4, and Dernetti will move up to third.
All right.
And now the tying run, 90 feet away, the go-ahead run on first with no outs.
Keep that noise going for your left fielder, number 30.
Matt Jew with 7 RBIs this season, looking for 8 here to try to tie this one up.
Let's go, Pickles!
Just the start that the Pickles wanted. Let's see if they can capitalize on it here. Runners on the corners with no outs.
They'd like to turn it around after starting 0 for 3. Big AB here for Jew. First pitch to him, and fouls off the first pitch. Kyle Dernetti on third, nobody down.
That ball was heading right towards where I parked, so I was crossing my fingers.
Well, I can't remember who it was. Somebody's, yep, there you go. Somebody's, was it the windshield? Yeah.
Shattered? Oh, God.
I'm so sorry. Check over at first.
When did that happen? 3 weeks ago. Oh, man. I didn't hear about that. All right.
And Gardino will take second. As Dawson Martin tried to bait Kyle Dernetti to try to come home. But now the Pickles with both the tying run and the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Got Dylan right behind home. Doesn't look like the most comfortable positions.
No, is he on top of the railing? Yeah, he is. He's on top of the railing.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I mean, I guess you improvise, I guess.
I haven't seen that.
But again, like you said, I don't think that's very comfortable.
No.
So this AB for Matt Jew even bigger now with 2 in scoring position. Nobody down. Jew shallow into right. Running in Stinson. Dernetti's going to tag from third. Instead, now he's going to wisely retreat back to third on a great throw from right field from Jacob Stinson. One down.
Dernetti really sold that. He had me worried that he was selling out on that one, but
that'll bring up Ivan Luna. And it looks like we're going to get a new arm for the Cowlitz Bears, and we will. New pitcher coming in for the Black Bears. Pickles threatening with 1 down.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break all vodka.
Dylan T trying to rally this Pickles squad here in the bottom of the 7th as the Pickles threaten. But the tying run on third, 90 feet away. The go-ahead run on second with 1 down, and Ivan Luna will step in. Keegan Wright, the new pitcher in for the Cowlitz Black Bears. 3.2224 ERA, I should say, this season. First pitch to Luna, upstairs for a ball.
Our GM, Ross Campbell, is nicknamed Ivan Luna Swaggy Boy. I like it.
2-0. Outside, 3-0.
I think Dylan's in his head.
3-0 to Luna. Called a strike on the inside. Luna with the 3-1. Goes over to the right side. Out at first, but he will do his job. Kyle Dernetti comes home to score, and we are tied up once again, this time at 3.
We'll take it. And the Pickles faithful are raising the chairs.
Again, an example of just doing your job. Ivan Luna was able to just put it in play, get it over to the right side, deep enough for Dernetti to come home and score. And here's Leo Mosby. And now the go-ahead run 90 feet away. That one gets away, but Gardino is going to stay over at third base. Mosby 0 for 3 tonight, was the hero 2 nights ago with that walk-off 3-run blast in the bottom of the 9th, but the Pickles trailing 1-0. Can you bring more heroics here in the bottom of the 7th? 1-1. One to Mosby. Burns the outside. 1-2. Mosby, as he battles, fouls it off. One and two, 2 down. Go ahead run at third base. Mosby into the gap, right center field, as Stinson is there. But the Pickles tied up, all knotted up at 3 as we go to the top of the 8th here at Walker Stadium.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
Well, the Pickles bullpen certainly getting a lot of action tonight. Derek Drees now will take over here in the top of the 8th. as he will face Dawson Martin to lead it off. Martin with a single, but since then a line out and a ground out. As the Pickles were able to tie it up at 3, thanks to Ivan Luna. First offering from Dries. First pitch strike. That one just high for a ball, 1-1. Dries, a 5.78 ERA, 13 Ks and 4 2/3 innings of work. Two and one.
Any way they can get aboard and keep this line moving. All tied up at 3. It's 2-1. Martin takes one low again. Good eye at the plate.
3 and 1.
3 and 1. For the Black Bears, Dawson has walked 6 times this season, 51 plate appearances. As 3-1 on the way, strike right on the outside corner. Low strike call by Jordan Smart makes it a full count now at 3 and 2. Top 8, nobody on, nobody out, all tied up at 3. A couple of Carter Sutton walks came back to bite the Black Bears in the last inning after throwing 6.
3-2, high chopper. Over to Ivan Luna, the flip over to Dries. Steps on the bag for the first out. Oh for 3, Sean Mulcair, who will step into the box.
Now batting number 7, Sean Mulcair.
Right at the wall in right field. So let's see if Mulcair can finally push one out here. Up next is Johnny Radomski. And the first one to the left-hander is off the glove. That was actually a little high. Boeto had a tough time receiving it 1-0.
Now we have our first final of the night in West Coast League play as the Bellingham Bells beat the Corvallis Knights 8-4. And Parker's got the cheese on his head again. I just realized, why didn't he wear that up in the press box? I just realized that. 1-0. 2-0. And meanwhile, the other West Coast League game, Wenatchee on top of Port Angeles 6-2 in the bottom of the 9th. 3-0.
Sean has worked 4 walks this season in 57 plate appearances. No stranger to the base on balls would certainly help his team out here when we put the tying run, or rather the go-ahead run on base. 3-0.
That one right down the pipe. 3-1.
Shifted over a little bit more on the right side with the left-hander at the plate. So up the middle is wide open as Mulcair gets one off the end of the bat, fouls it away, now finds himself in a full count after a previous
2 shots, let's make some noise, Walker Stadium!
Trying to create traffic for Radomski and then hopefully Jaden Shepard here. Payoff coming up to Sean Mulcair. And the 3-2.
And that hit him on the 3-2. Yeah, Dries wasn't happy with himself that he threw that one way inside. 1 on with 1 down.
Mulcair over to first base. He represents the go-ahead run, and Johnny Radomski gets to the plate. Radomski is 0 for 2. He has walked.
Here's Johnny Radomski 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Late on that one, 0-1. Quick move over to first. As Mulcair gets back.
Some wheels on the base paths. Black Bears with a nice offensive day so far, looking to get a little bit more going on though. They had 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, have left 6 on base for Portland, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. 8 left boards. The next one to Radomski is Juana's take. High and inside, 1-1. And whoever was warming the Black Bears bullpen has stopped now.
Another quick move over to first to check on Mulcair.
2 hours and 31 minutes in so far today in the top of the 6th with 1 down. Portland 3, Black Bears 3. The Pickles have not held the lead today. The Black Bears have had a couple of leads. But saw 1 go away in the 4th inning when it was tied up 2-2 and 1 go away in the bottom of the 7th.
That one pretty close. Except Luna dropped it.
Mulcair thought about helping him out, but then he realized, I can't get off the bag here and touch that baseball. Another long look by Derek Drees as he checks on Mulcair, really wanting to keep him close.
1-1.
Last step delivery with the 1-1 is laid up high. 77. 2-1 to Radomski. In yesterday's game, Radomski had an extra base hit. And that's why we're seeing him out there in back-to-back games for the Black Bears. And now the 2-1. Upstairs again.
3-1.
Another 3-ball count from Derek Drees. Every Black Bear batter that he's faced has worked the count in their favor. 3-1. Mulcair again, only about 9 feet off the bag at first base. A bit more of a conservative lead after being checked on so many times.
3-1 from Drees.
Cut on a miss by Radomski. 88 miles an hour hit on the hands. Drop full.
3-2. Another throw over to first.
I think he might have thrown to Ivan Luna more times than he's fired home in this at-bat to Radomski. Another big payoff as the Black Bears look to get more men on base here. Top 8, 1 down. Radomski had to play with Jaden Shepard on deck.
Payoff from Drees off the end of the bat.
One went 15, the other one went 10. Back-to-back games. Actually, no, it's 2 of their last 6 of your here today. 2 of their last 5.
Goes down swinging. And now caught in a pickle. Well, wait a minute. They might have called a balk. It looks like Eric Swift called a balk. Everybody thought it was strike 3. Mag's obviously out. And he'll have a talk with Eric Swift. So no strikeout if this call stands. And Mags is furious.
Pickles manager is not very happy about that.
You see Swift telling him, hey, I'm done. Settle down. And Mags is still hot.
Down the third baseline as Swift keeps holding his hand up in the air. So a walk call.
Mags is still screaming, and he's gone. As Mags is gone, and he will get his money's worth right here. And you look at Mags, he is absolutely furious right now with Eric Swift telling him, no, you need to get out of here. So Mags gets the heave. So Sean Mulcair moves up to second base on the balk call. Johnny Radomski, instead of going down on strikes, will step back into the box, still facing a full count. With one down, here's the 3-2, fouled off. And you would think it's one of those things where Mags intentionally wanted to get thrown out to try to hype up his team, hype up the crowd here at Walker Stadium. Tied at 3, payoff pitch all over again. Called strike 3 on the inside, and Radomski now has some words. And you see home plate umpire Jordan Smart kind of look at Radomski as he walks back to the dugout. And now 2 down. Here's Jaden Shepard. He's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. First offering from Dries, that one misses high. One 0, fouled off, 1-1.
Fouls it back, 1-1. Shepard wanted to take that one over into the Pickles bullpen in left field. Much like the man behind him did in case he got it. 1-1, another big swing.
Another hack and a miss. 1-2. Dries comes home outside.
93 from Dries. Well, Shepard is looking for fastballs. He's probably going to get one again.
2's to Shepard. Swing and a miss. Dries is amped. And you could say some life brought back into this stadium and this Pickles team. Going to the bottom of the 8th, still knotted up at 3.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Bottom of the 8th, tied up at 3. Connor Hendricks will lead it off for the Pickles. Hendricks has reached base twice tonight, also with a ground out. And you can just feel it here in Walker Stadium. There's a new energy, there's a new excitement. Again, Coach Mag's thrown out in the top of the 8th, disputing a balk call called by infield umpire Eric Swift. Next pitch to Hendricks, inside. Two 2-0 to Hendricks, 3-0. By the way, Mark Wanarovich, the new pitcher in for Cowlitz. That one in there for a strike. 3-1. Now 3-1. Fouls it off. 3-2.
Hopefully for the Black Bears, they want it to go like this. They want Wanarovich to get out of this inning scoreless. Put up at least one in the 9th and then put in James Bradwell to try to nail down his 5th save of the season. And the payoff.
Look out as Hendricks gets on. And the go-ahead run on first base with no outs. There's Jacob Jablonski. 0 for 3 tonight. A foul out and 2 strikeouts tonight for Jablonski. And again, Jablonski looking for a big rip here. Would like to turn his night around here. First pitch shows bunt, pulls back. As they'll try to move Hendricks up to second.
Let's go, Pickles!
Jablonski pulls back, and that gets through the wickets of Dawson Martin. And Hendricks moves up to second, and the go-ahead run now on second in scoring position with no outs. And now Martin's going to come out and talk to his righty. As Cowlitz got out to an early 2-0 lead in the top of the first thanks to a 2-run blast off the bat of Brock Mortensen that absolutely towered over the right field wall. The Pickles were able to tie it up slowly but surely thanks to RBIs from Gabe Ariano as well as Ryan Gardino. But the Cowlitz Black Bears able to retake the lead thanks to a solo home run from Case Ogata. And then the Pickles were able to tie it up in the 7th. Kyle Dernetti came home to score. But Portland with a chance here to take their next lead as Jablonski fouls it off. Trying to take their first lead of the night. 2-2 now.
What's killed the Black Bears has been walks and wild pitches. No hits. Scored that last run and no hits so far in this bottom of the 8th inning. It's a walk in the wild pitch, and before that it was 2 walks and 2 wild pitches.
2-2 to Jablonski. Inside, 3-2. Jablonski, the 3-2, popped up foul. The payoff on repeat to Jablonski, ball 4. And 2 Pickles on with nobody down. And we'll get a new pinch hitter here in Eamon Lance.
Number 25, Eamon.
Lance knows heroics in late game situations, and he'll step in here with nobody down, all tied up at 3 in the bottom of the 8th. 2 Pickles on. Again, those heroics coming a couple of weeks ago with that walk-off grand slam. He'll show bunt, lays down a beauty. Over to first in time, but Eamon Lance laying down a perfect sacrifice bunt to move the runners up 90 feet. It's going to be Carter Booth, pinch hitting at the bottom of the order. And we're also going to get a new arm for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Go-ahead run 90 feet away here in the bottom of the 8th. The Pickles dugout now hyped up.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU.
Well, like I mentioned, heading into the break, the Pickles dugout fired up, especially Gabe Ariano. Again, as I mentioned before, Mag's thrown out. Back in the top of the 8th. And it's probably one of those things he wanted to get tossed out to try to light a fire underneath his guys, bring some energy back in the stadium, and you have definitely been able to feel that for sure. It's kind of like in basketball when a coach intentionally tries to get a technical foul to try to hype up his guys. It's kind of the same thing here, and as I said, you feel it here inside Walker Stadium, and the Pickles threatening 2 on in scoring position with 1 down in the bottom of the 8th. Trying to win their 3rd straight series. James Bradwell, by the way, the new pitcher on for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Bradwell with a 1.17 ERA. 11 strikeouts this season for Bradwell. So here's Carter Booth, who will step in here with one down. 103 batting average this season. Doesn't have an RBI. Would like to change that here in a big spot. First offering to him way outside for a ball. Booth trying to give the Pickles their first lead of the night. Cowlitz infield in here with one down. Next offering to Booth. Big hack there. 1-1. Booth shows bunt. The squeeze down the line, but foul. It was a beauty there from Carter Booth. Just rolled foul. Booth will have to shorten up here, 1-2. Long look in, holds the ball by his kneecap, and now comes set. Infield are all in for the Black Bears. Bradwell home. High and outside, 2-2. Carter Booth facing a 2-2 count. 3-2. One down, full count. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Carter Booth looking for his first RBI of the season, and what a big way to get it right here if he can do it. The payoff from Bradwell. Called strike 3 on the inside. Booth thought he had ball 4, but he'll go take a seat, 2 down. On the inside. Big strikeout there from James Bradwell. We go back to the top of the order, and Kyle Dernetti. A double, 2 walks, and a backwards K tonight for the Oregon State Beaver. First pitch, Dernetti right down the pipe. Oh, and 2. Oh, 2 to Dernetti. Just above the letters.
Bradwell in another 1-2 situation here. Dernetti trying to give his team their first lead of the ball game. The 1-2.
Dernetti late on that one. 2 big Ks from James Bradwell. He gets out of a tough spot right there And we go to the top of the ninth. The Pickles threatened, but nothing coming out of it. To the ninth, knotted up at 3 in this game 3 of this series.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles. Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Trouble, but was able to get out of it. As the Black Bears traded Sean Volker at second base with back-to-back local strikeouts.
Gotta love high intense games like this. We go to the top of the ninth. Tied up at 3 in this rubber match between the Pickles and the Black Bears. As Case Ogata will step in to lead off the top of the ninth. And the last time he led off, he blasted that solo jack over the left field wall. First offering from Derek Drees, swing and a miss.
A couple of guys throwing in the low 90s here on the mound, Drees and Bradwell for the Black Bears. As Derek heading the count 0-1.
0-1 from Drees, off speed, 0-2.
Having a good day. Action between Ogata and Fung. That's 4 of the Black Bears' 7 hits today.
0-2 from Drees. That one will head to the berm.
Right side, but foul on the berm, so he stays alive here. Don't forget to stay tuned after the final out. The postgame to Cowlitz Black Bears postgame show, brought to you by the Daily News for wrap-up, trip around the league standings update, and of course a breakdown.
We do the 0-2 again. That one way outside.
Drees held onto that baseball a little long, 1-2. This game will certainly eclipse 3 hours. 2 hours and 58 minutes currently. Thank you for sticking with us here on KDO all evening long. It's a 1-2.
Look out, high and tight. Opposite way, Luna run into the netting. That one again foul. Let's do the 2-2 again from Drees. Full count.
Off as the payoff coming on up to Pace.
3-2. Goes chasing at the high cheese. 1 down. And here's Riku Nishida, who will pinch hit here. And again, Nishida is a name that should sound familiar here at Walker Stadium. Started this summer playing in the Wild Wild West League before getting picked up by the Cowlitz Black Bears. 2-0.
By the way, 9 walks for him on the season as well. He's halfway there with a 2-0 count coming up soon. He also has a 426 on base percentage and a slugging of 357. And now the 2-0.
3-0.
As Nishida has not seen anything cross the plate. Brock Bozette, the leading RBI man on the Black Bears, waiting on deck. 3-0 Nishida probably going to stay patient here as the next offering is
And ball 4, 4-pitch walk as the go-ahead run is on.
And the speedster for the Black Bears represents the go-ahead run as he gives a high five to first base coach Shane McCarron. Bozette's 1 for 2, a single, a walk.
So we go back to the top of the Black Bears order and Brock Bozette. Infield single, a sac bunt.
Bozette with 18 runs batted in on the season. Let's look at Nishida's base running.
And here comes Brian Grant.
Nishida has stolen 4 bases in 5 tries. Ryan Grant coming out to the mound.
We get another mound visit here. He'll talk to Derek Drees and the rest of the Pickles infielders. Pickles will immediately head back on the road starting tomorrow up in Walla Walla for a 3-game set against the Sweets, and then they'll be back here at Walker Stadium starting on Tuesday to host the Sweets. And after that, they'll be right back on the road. Always a big rivalry series when they take on the Corvallis Knights, as the Pickles will look to bounce back after getting swept by Corvallis here at Walker Stadium a couple weeks ago. There's Dylan T. Was he like trying to get his picture in front of the Cowlitz players? That's what it kind of looked. Well, now he's staring at them. Don't start any trouble, Dylan. We already have enough late game drama as it is. We don't need any more. He's like squaring up. Well, now we got a conversation between Jordan Smart and Jim Hopple. Not entirely sure what this discussion's about.
Bozette's just going to mosey his way on into the box. That's his personality.
So Bozette finally in the box here. Go ahead run for Cowlitz on first with 1 down.
See if he can get the job done here. He does have a hit today.
Drees throw over to Luna.
Nishida with some blazing speed over there. He might try to take second and move himself.
And Nishida does have a lot of speed on the base paths. We've seen it the last couple of nights, and obviously we saw it on full display earlier in the summer when he was playing in the Wild Wild West League. Another check on him. This one lifted into right. Gardino underneath it for out number 2.
Well, the man who started it all off for the Black Bears is now up again. It's Brock Mortensen.
Here's Brock Mortensen. Already has a big fly tonight. That 2-run shot back in the first to give Cowlitz an early 2-0 lead.
Gave another one to ride over to left, but it was caught by Matt Jude.
But outside of that home run, a strikeout, a pop-out, and a fly-out.
Left-hander with the open stance from UC Santa Barbara. Had 15 big flies for them.
As Drees burns one in there for a strike, 0-1.
Portland will send up their own 2, 3, and 4 batters in the bottom of the 9th inning. And again, looking over at Nishida. The throw is
Trying to keep Nishida close at first once again.
so in the field for Portland, Connor Booth stays in at center. D-man lands behind the plate, so they just go straight up for the men they're substituted for. Nishida with a huge lead off the bat, about 12 feet off. And he thinks about going, does not.
Eamon Lance cocks it and just throws it right back to Derek Drees. You know, Eamon Lance is ready at any moment. Again, Nishida always a threat to try to nab a base. That one upstairs, 2-1.
Now it's in another tight wire act here against the Portland Pickles. They lost that first one 3-1. Back on Tuesday now, trying to capture one here and win their second in a row. 2-1.
3-1. There goes Nishida. Throws down to second. Not in time as Nishida gets in there with a stolen base. And you see Jacob Jablonski now pleading his case to Eric Swift. Eric Swift has not been popular tonight here at Walker Stadium.
So now the go-ahead run in scoring position, a base hit by Morganson can make it happen. 3-1 count coming up to him, so he's likely to see a fastball unless Dries wants to avoid him completely and try his chances with Jacob Stinson.
And now the go-ahead run at second in scoring position with 2 down. This one belted into right, and that one will slam off the wall. Nishida will come home and score, and Cowlitz will retake the lead 4-3. Brock Mortensen coming in the clutch once again. Another big shot off the bat of Brock Mortensen. A 2 RBI double.
Over into right field, and the Black Bears once again have taken the lead, and I think that's going to be it for Dries.
The Cowlitz dugout amped right now, and that will do it for Derek Dries. The Black Bears retake the lead 4-3. New pitcher once again in for the Pickles on the other side.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Josh Molleris will be the 8th Pickles pitcher used tonight as he will face Jacob Stinson. The Cowlitz Black Bears have retaken the lead 4-3 thanks to a RBI double from Brock Mortensen. First offering to Stinson. Call to strike.
Imagine the Black Bears will go right on back to James Bradley. And the 0-1.
Fouled off 0-2. Molleris with quick work so far. By the way, it will be Ryan Gardino, Matt Jew, and Ivan Luna due up for the Pickles in the bottom of the ninth. You're not complaining one bit if you're the Pickles if you see those three guys are due up in a big spot like this. 0-2 from Ulrich. 3 pitches, 1 out. As that will do it for the top of the ninth. Josh Malloris, quick work out of the pen. Bottom of the ninth we go. We've already seen the Pickles come back from a deficit in the bottom of the ninth in this series. Can they do it again? We'll find out on the other side.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Dylan T. Pickle trying to ignite a bottom of the ninth rally. Pickles trailing 4-3 after Cowlitz retook the lead. We saw the late game heroics just 2 nights ago in game 1. Pickles look to do that again here in game 3 as Ryan Gardino will step into the box and lead it off. First pitch strike from James Bradwell. Gardino with an RBI single back in the 4th. Outside of that, 0 for 2. Fouls it off, 0-2. James Bradwell back on the bump for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Came in back in the bottom of the 8th. Came in and got 2 big strikeouts. Striking out Carter Booth and then Kyle Dernetti. As Gardino stays alive. In that situation, the Pickles were threatening with 2 runners in scoring position with 1 down. Bradwell comes home. Gardino off the fists. Tough play in foul ground as Shepard couldn't corral it. To Gardino. That one ripped into the gap in left center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Gardino is going to stay at first and the tying run on board with nobody down as Gardino is on with a leadoff single. And Matt Jew will step in. 0 for 4 tonight for Matt Jew, but for one of the best hitters in this Pickles lineup, what a time it could be right now to turn things around tonight. Shows bunt, and that one gets away from Martin And Gardino will move up to second. And now the tying run is in scoring position with no outs. So now the tying run on second, the winning run at the plate. Jew will need a big fly to wrap this one up. Already has a walk-off in that final game of the series against the Ridgefield Raptors in the bottom of the 10th a couple weeks ago. Looking for more late-game heroics. Shows bunt again, pulls back. 2-0. Jew lays it down, but foul. Trying to get Gardino over to third and get the tying run to 90 feet away.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
2-1, Jew. Just late on that high heater, 2-2. 91 on the gun from James Bradwell.
See what he goes with here. He does have that slider that he likes to go to 2 strike counts.
2-2. 3-2 upstairs. Payoff pitch coming to Jew. That one foul.
Cowlitz trying to make history for themselves and win a series against the Pickles for the first time in their history. They have a chance to do it here. They need 3 outs without surrendering the run.
Payoff on repeat to Jew. Inside, ball 4. And the winning run now on board.
Now the winning run is on base.
Here's your first baseman, number 10. Here's Ivan Luna.
Nobody down for Ivan Luna. Had a single back in the third. A fly out, a ground out, and a walk.
Imagine Luna's going to bunt here. Schwartz keeping the runner close over there at second. First pitch.
Here's the bunt, and Luna fouls it off.
0-1. This is just a general assumption, but usually middle of the order batters not too accustomed to bunting the baseball.
Let's go, Pickles!
Walker Stadium faithful, loud and on their feet. Oh, 1 to Luna. Pulls back, but called a strike. 0-2.
Bradwell gets a strikeout here. The ground ball double play will end the game. That's how they ended it yesterday. James now sets. Checks back with the runner on second.
0-2 to Luna. Just misses outside.
91 from Bradwell. 1-2 to count. 25th pitch for him, but he is very fresh. He's not pitched since July 1st.
Go, Pickles, go!
First 5 pitches are only at 4 games since then. 1-2.
2-2.
At 0-2 now, 2-2. Bradwell's worked away. Let's see if he'll challenge Luna inside. Try to get that final strike. Martin gives the signs and
2-2, 2-on. Here for Ivan Luna. 3-2.
Full count,
3 balls, 2 strikes, Ivan Luna. Tying run at second, winning run at first. Nobody down. Here's the payoff. Ball 4. And if you want to talk about deja vu right here, stepping into the box, the hero from Game 1, Leo Mosby. Just 2 nights ago, Leo Mosby stepped into the box with the Pickles trailing, and Mosby blasted a walk-off 3-run home run in the bottom of the 9th for the Pickles to take Game 1 of this 3-game series. Corey Keir will come out and talk to James Bradwell. Mosby tonight 0 for 4. As I mentioned before, Leo Mosby stepping in here. Mosby 0 for 4 tonight. Can he come through and turn his night around? The hero of Game 1. First offering to him, fouls it off. A 3-run walk-off blast back on Tuesday night to take Game 1. Next offering, outside. Backhanded stab there from Dawson Martin. Tying run 90 feet away, winning run on second. Mosby fouls it off his foot.
1-2. Bradwell continuing to gas him up here. Forcing to catch up. Sizzling through lets it go. Happens to righty, he can work a little bit better away from it.
1-2 to Leo Mosby. Mosby hits one high, deep into right center. And that one is gonna bounce all the way to the wall. Leo Mosby, deja vu, walks it off again. Doesn't have to do it with the big fly, but still walks it off in the bottom of the 9th for the second time in this series. And the Pickles beat the Cowlitz Black Bears 5-4. Leo Mosby, are you kidding me? Again, you don't need a big fly right there. Leo Mosby, he just needed to launch it. And he's going to bring home the tying run and the winning run to seal the series for the Pickles. And Portland has now won their 3rd consecutive West Coast League series. Man, Leo Mosby is the man of the week. No question about that. What another win for the Pickles. 5-4 Portland. I almost blew out my voice once again. Leo Mosby does it once again. 5-4 as Leo Mosby walks it off in the bottom of the 9th for the second time this series to give the Pickles the 5-4 win. Man, thanks for watching, everyone. The Pickles once again get it done over the Cowlitz Black Bears. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back here next week when Portland takes on Walla Walla. Good night, everyone.